On September 11, 2001, a series of coordinated terrorist attacks by Al-Qaeda shocked the world and irreversibly changed history. 4 commercial airplanes were hijacked and used as weapons, striking at the heart of the United States. The attacks targeted key symbols of the nation's economic and military prowess: the World Trade Center in New York City and the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. Nearly 3,000 people were killed and thousands more were injured. The world watched in horror as the Twin Towers collapsed, marking the deadliest terrorist act in world history. This tragic day highlighted vulnerabilities in security frameworks and united people across the world in grief and solidarity. The attacks on September 11th were orchestrated by Al-Qaeda, an Islamist extremist group led by Osama bin Laden. Al-Qaeda's roots can be traced back to the Soviet-Afghan War, where bin Laden and his followers gained combat experience and developed a network of militants. The group's ideology called for jihad, or holy war, against the West and perceived apostate Muslim governments. Al-Qaeda aimed to provoke the United States into a broader conflict that would rally Muslims worldwide against the West. They believed such a conflict would lead to geopolitical upheaval and the establishment of a pan-Islamic caliphate. The selection of targets on 9/11 was symbolic. The World Trade Center represented America's economic dominance, and the Pentagon its military might. The intended target of the 4th plane, United Flight 93, is believed to have been either the White House or the US Capitol. Understanding the background and motivations of these perpetrators is crucial in grasping the full context of the attacks.
The repercussions of the 9/11 attacks have profoundly affected international relations and global security policies. One of the most significant impacts has been on the perception and approach to global terrorism. The attacks highlighted the lethal capabilities of non-state actors and emphasized the need for comprehensive strategies to address the root causes of extremism. In the United States, the creation of the Department of Homeland Security and the implementation of the Patriot Act marked a seismic shift in domestic security policy. Internationally, the increased focus on border control, cybersecurity, and counter-terrorism has become a permanent fixture in policy agendas. The shift in US foreign policy towards a more interventionist stance in the Middle East has had long-lasting effects. The global narrative around terrorism has evolved, with an increased awareness of the need for multinational cooperation.
As we reflect on the events of September 11th, 2001, it is crucial to honor the memory of those who perished and acknowledge the bravery of the first responders. The nearly 3,000 victims of the attacks came from all walks of life, representing more than 90 countries. The first responders exemplified unparalleled courage and selflessness. Many rushed into the collapsing towers with the sole purpose of saving lives, and in doing so, many made the ultimate sacrifice. Annual memorials and tributes continue to be held, not only to mourn the lost, but also to celebrate the strength and unity that emerged from the tragedy. These events serve as poignant reminders of the personal and collective grief that 9/11's engendered, as well as the enduring human capacity for compassion and resilience. The information presented in this essay is drawn from a variety of credible sources, ensuring an accurate and respectful recounting of the events and their aftermath. Primary sources include official government reports, such as the 9/11 Commission Report. Scholarly articles and books authored by experts in the fields of international relations, security studies, and contemporary history have also been consulted. First-hand accounts from survivors, first responders, and family members of the victims have been invaluable in providing personal perspectives and insights. Media coverage from reputable news organizations has also been reviewed to cross-reference events and ensure a balanced presentation of the facts. The reliance on such diverse and authoritative sources is intended to provide the reader with a well-rounded understanding of the 9/11's attacks, the global response, and the ongoing implications for international security and cooperation. Approaching the topic of the 9/11 attacks demands a high level of sensitivity and respect for those directly impacted by the events. This essay strives to honor the memory of the victims and acknowledge the ongoing grief of their families and communities. The language used has been carefully chosen to convey the facts without sensationalism, reflecting the solemnity of the subject matter. The discussion also recognizes the diverse experiences and perspectives related to 9/11s, including the impact on Muslim communities worldwide who faced backlash and stereotyping in the aftermath. The respectful recounting of these events serves as a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit and the shared values that can guide us through times of crisis. By engaging with this topic thoughtfully and respectfully, we honor those who suffered and reaffirm our responsibility to build a more peaceful and just world.